So the devotees, when they feel separation from Krishna, is it the same similar kind of nostalgia? Is it a similar kind of separation? Actually, the kind of separation that the devotees feel from Krishna cannot be compared to the separation we feel from our relationships in this material world. The separation we experience in this material world from our material relationships is very, very minuscule compared to the kind of separation that the devotees experience. There was a great devotee of Krishna in Kerala. His name was Bilvamangal Thakur. And this Bilvamangal Thakur, initially, when he was born in a very aristocratic family, very rich family he was born into. When he grew up, he became a wayward person. He was into all sorts of vices. It is natural when a person is born with a silver spoon in his mouth, he will tend to engage in all kinds of vices: alcohol, meat eating, womanizing, etc. Bilvamangal Thakur was also like that when he grew up. And somehow he became attached to one prostitute by name Chintamani. He became so attached to her, every day he would visit her without fail. One day it so happened that his father had become old and he died. Bilvamangal Thakur, being the son, he had to perform the last rites. He went to the crematorium or wherever the cremation was happening, and the pujaris or the priests who would conduct the last ceremony, the Antya Samskara, they were also there. They made him do all the rituals. This takes some time. It went on for about 45 minutes, 1 hour it was going on. And after all the rituals were over, Bilvamangal Thakur said, anything left over? They said, no, everything over. Okay. Gave them some dakshina and then changed his clothes and immediately set out. Where? To Chintamani. You can imagine his attachment. His father has died. And the moment and he goes to the crematorium, he does the Antya Samskara, he consigns his body, his father's body to the flames. And then next thing he does is go and visit the prostitute. And that day, what happened? It was raining very heavily. It was pouring. And still, that did not deter him from going to Chintamani. He was so attached to her. He could not stay away from her even for a moment. And in that pouring rain, having just finished the final rites of his father, he walked towards Chintamani's house. And on the way, there was a river which he had to cross. And because of the downpour, the river was in spate. The river was in a furious mood. The water was gushing. It was flowing with great force. There was foam in the water. And whatever was coming in its path, it was washing away. And with furious force, it was flowing. Normally, Bilvamangal Thakur, when he would come to the river, it would be very calm. And he would take a boat. There would be a boat at the bank. And he would pay some money and he would cross the river. But today, because of the furious mood of the river, the boatsmen were all fearful to take their boat. They knew if we take our boat into the river this way, the boat will capsize or we will get washed away. So, as a precaution, they were not running the boats that day. Now, what to do? Did Bilvamangal Thakur turn back and go back home? No. Even the absence of the boat did not deter him. He jumped into the water. Can you imagine? So much anxious he was to meet Chintamani. And he was trying to swim, and the force of the current of the water was so strong, he was being swept away, and he was struggling, and he was almost drowning. And when he was about to drown, his hand, he caught something. And he thought, oh, I found a log of wood. And somehow he managed to cling on to it. And somehow with great difficulty he crossed the river. And when he crossed the river and he got onto the bank, and he looked back at the log of the wood, he realized it was not a log of wood, it was a corpse. It was a dead body which was being washed in the water. He thought, okay, anyway, somehow I survived. And he continued walking towards the Chintamani's house. And Chintamani, seeing the downpour of the rain, she thought, in such furious rain, the river must also be in spate. Where is Bilomangal going to come today? Today is off day. So she told the gatekeeper, lock the gate and you come inside. So he locked the gate and he went inside. Bilomangal Thakur came and he started knocking at the gate. But because of the downpour, nobody could hear that Bilomangal Thakur had come to the gate. Now what to do? The compound wall was very huge, it was very tall, and it was not easy to cross over. So he was thinking what to do. By that time, because of the cloud and because of the rain, it had become dark. He could not practically see anything properly. Suddenly he found one rope hanging on the compound wall, and he, good, found a rope, and he immediately caught the rope, climbed up, and then jumped over to the other side. And then he turned back and looked at the rope. He realized it was not a rope, it was a snake. In that fading light, he could not make out it was a snake. He thought it was a rope, and he caught onto that and he climbed over. And then anyway, he thought, okay, somehow, my God, the snake did not bite. And he went and knocked on the door. Chintamani thought, in this rain, who has come? And she opened the door. And to her astonishment, it was Bilvamangal. And then Bilvamangal Thakur, he told Chintamani, such a difficulty I had in reaching today. And then Chintamani said, in this rain, how did you reach here? How did you come? And then Bilvamangal Thakur, that is one big story. Today my father died, and then I had to do all his Antya Samskara. Then when I came to the river, there was no boatman. I still jumped into the river. And somehow I caught onto a corpse, and I managed to swim across and cross the river. And when I came to your gate is closed. Then there was a snake hanging on the compound wall. I caught the snake and I jumped over and came in. When Chintamani heard this, she was shocked.